What's up, guys? Can you guys hear me?
We
Hello,
can.
hello, welcome.
Loud and clear.
Oh, awesome. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Good.
Decent,
Not
mate.
bad,
Decent.
man.
What are we talking about? What's going on?
What did you
I-
hatch, Ben? Tell
I
us your
think we're
tell us
talking
your
about
hatching.
CryptoZoo.
I don't think Ben has any eggs.
Nothing. Need to buy eggs next week.
He's
I'm
eggless.
stacking up more zoo tokens so I can
Ben,
buy
I gotta-
more eggs.
I can hook you up with a butterfly for 50 BNB, super cheap. You know?
Oh.
That's funny. Yeah, I mean,
Body.
just to kind of give you guys a little quick update, figured I'd pop in here.
Yeah, sweet.
We're ironing out some bugs or issues with the UI on our end. The good news is that the smart contracts are performing well. There's no issues with the smart contracts. As far as we know, anything like that, it's mainly front end UI issues that we're having. The reason that we're having these issues is obviously we tested them internally and ran them behind the scenes, and everything was working well. But I guess when you're doing things at a much bigger scale and you're running a lot of different iterations of different things, issues tend to arise. And,
So many variables, right?
Yeah. What was that?
So many variables, right? Like you can test all you want behind the scenes, but like as you said, the scale is so big, there can be so many variables, so many things to go wrong.
Right, exactly. And so, we're working out on ironing these things out. Something that we're discussing internally is kind of like this is what the team is proposing, and kind of where our heads at right now is like me personally, I'm a big gamer, and I think having patch notes is a really cool idea, and so we're working on facilitating patch notes to kind of release. Here's what we fixed. Here's what the issues were. Here's what we fixed, and stuff like that. Also, we're currently expanding our development team to bring in more in-house developers to build and scale CryptoZoo in a much speedier and clean way. So that's something that's really exciting. But for the most part, on the back end right now, our main focus right now is obviously to iron out some issues and some bugs that we're having with the UI, and then B, obviously the marketplace, and then after that is our main priority is obviously breeding and yield generation. So that'll come shortly after the marketplace. The breeding smart contracts are completed. Yield smart contracts completed. Right now, it's just mainly kind of integrating the front end UI to the smart contracts, which is sometimes a little janky, but we'll get that done. But for the most part, things are looking really good on our end. We're just hammering away, building out, and making sure that we deliver and continue to deliver on what it is we say that's going to come of CryptoZoo, and we're really excited.
Sweet. And you're still super hyped for the 10th for the marketplace?
Very hyped. I want to buy some eggs, man.
Yeah, same. I really hope the floor stays low because I just want to buy some, man. I'll personally raise the floor.
Yeah, so that actually brings up a good question. I can't tell whether or not the floor is going to rise or drop. And we can obviously sit here and speculate all day long, but from a supply and demand standpoint, there's going to be a possible influx of supply because a lot of people are going to be quick to get liquidity. I mean, think about it. They've been locked up. They have these eggs, but they can't really do anything with it.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a lot of people who really want more eggs because it's an interesting phenomenon where you open these eggs and it's really exciting. You're watching that egg bounce up and down.
Man.
You're waiting for it to open, and then it cracks open, and then you're like, "Oh, what did I get?" and then all of a sudden you got your NFT, you got your animal, and you're like, wait a second, I want 10 more of those.
Yeah,
You want to
yeah,
keep
I want to
trying
do
your
it
luck,
again.
and you
Yeah.
want to do it again and again and again. So I feel like that aspect of it alone might actually raise the price of the eggs, or at least raise the demand. So we'll see.
You listen. You are 100% right, and it gives it kind of like a RNG gambly kind of feel, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's I think it's really really cool. It's like, you know, you open up a pack of Pokemon cards, or you open up a pack of Prism NBA card packs, or whatever it is. So I think it's I think, you know, right now, you know, we're just setting up the foundation for future egg drops, and making some really really cool stuff. I really think that CryptoZoo is going to be really really epic, and we're gonna have we have some cool stuff coming in, like Q1 2022, and it's going to be things. Hopefully, I mean, I hope they're starting to ramp up on our back end and stuff like that. So we're gonna be absolutely smashing it. We're still super super early in the world of the metaverse, and that's kind of where our minds are at. And, you know, we really really recognize how important this metaverse thing is to everybody, and, you know, to us. I personally love the metaverse, and I just can't freaking wait. I've
When
just
you
been
say
getting more too, so I can buy eggs.
when you say things like Q1 2022, are you thinking talk about things like mini games and things like that?
Yeah, that's correct.
Sweet,
Ooh.
sweet.
Ooh.
I'm so excited for the
And,
mini games.
Yeah, giving the utility to so first, right? It was giving utility to the eggs, giving the utility to the tokens, and now it's going to be giving utility to the animals that come out of the eggs.
I mean, we've been teased
That's
before
exciting.
about things like the Colosseum and like actually voting and like kind of bidding on who we think is going to win. I mean, like certain fights, or whether it's like a racing game or whatever it is. Like, I think that's so cool.
Yeah. I think there's there's going to be some really 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 cool stuff. It's
That little offset it
bigger
up.
than bigger than it's like you know, I was looking at some demos last week of you know, some of the stuff 2 weeks ago, actually 2.5 weeks ago, of some of the stuff that is coming up.
Like mini games.
Yeah, more than that, I was like
Bridge?
blown away, man. It's really cool.
That's awesome. Speaking of possibilities and where this thing can go, is anyone else just mind blown at the different possibilities and combinations of animals that we can make here? So I opened 2 of my eggs and I'm looking at my NFTs and I'm like, should I breed these 2? Should I buy another one?
Yeah.
Bro.
I'm like, wait a second. If I buy this one, then I can make that. But wait, like, should I buy this one and then breed that one twice and then breed that one with this one? And it's just blowing my mind with
Yeah.
all the different possibilities, and I can't wrap
don't-
my head around it, and I'm really overwhelmed.
I don't think people realized when the concept was first like explained and iterated, the extension of the possible combinations of hybrids. Like when people kept going on about the art, looking at the base animals, and then the 2 or 3 screenshots shared right in the beginning, it kind of gave you like a small view. But now that we're hatching and actually, I don't know, trying to build a strategy around it, every freaking 5 minutes you realize there's a new combination, and we haven't even seen them all. It's crazy.
Nowhere close to seeing them all.
Yeah, you have not seen them all. It's there's some really really cool ones that I mean, I've obviously seen them all.
There's hundreds,
Show
right?
off. Show
yeah,
off.
Yeah, there's hundreds.
There wasn't
It's
there
really,
300
really
something? I
freaking.
think someone did the math.
It's really freaking cool.
Is there still going to be the or is it confirmed that when you are the first person to hatch a specific hybrid, they get the special edition?
Yeah. So it's not a special edition of that animal. It's kind of like a pick. It's an NFT that represents that you are the first to hatch that animal.
Like a certificate?
Not a certificate, but it's
A ticket?
It's not a ticket.
We're trying to pick his brain.
It's like a variation of that animal.
Tell us, Ben.
It's a variation of that animal.
Whoa.
Yeah.
One thing I'm really, really excited for, which we've seen pretty much nothing of, I guess, is when you breed the same animal, like a pug and a pug. Like,
Yeah.
like NFT incest. I don't. Is that a good way to put it? I
Or
don't
just
know.
normal breeding.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll
I guess.
tell you-
Yeah, true. Normal breeding.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys, and maybe we could have like a vote on this one day, but this is like down the road when we eventually build out our bridge and stuff like that. So something that we've been talking about for like the past month or two is so when you bridge over your NFTs, right? There's like a 1 in a I don't know, like 1 in a million chance that your NFT gets destroyed. However, you receive like a goo or like a slime, that's like super rare, and it's like you use the bridge, your NFT got destroyed, but obviously it's not confirmed. It's just kind of like an idea, but you receive kind of like a really, really cool certificate, or like a really cool NFT, not certificate, really cool like an NFT of like a badass some kind of like a slime, like zoo goo or something like that. That's like a 1 in a million drop rate.
To give some incentive to use that bridge more often.
Exactly.
Very
Token
interesting.
holder's gonna like that.
Yep.
Mm.
So if anyone doesn't understand the whole benefit of using that bridge more often, the more you use it, the more transactions you do using the zoo token, the more burning there is. And the more burning there is, the more deflationary the token is, and then the more deflationary it is, the more it increases the value because it takes away from the supply.
Simple economics, right? If there's less of something and the demand is still the same, then price go up. Even better if
quick math.
Quick math. Like
Very
small
cool.
little ideas like that is what makes
Super
CryptoZoo, right? Like it's these small little ideas, like the 1 in a million chance of getting something. It's so cool because CryptoZoo can do that. Obviously, it's a very long-term project and a very long-term thing, but ideas like this can be constantly added to the ecosystem, and that's what keeps people there, right? Because it's like constantly being updated, and it's things like that that makes CryptoZoo, and I love that.
Yeah, well, and the reason that we're able to do these kinds of things, right, is everyone talks about these dexes and these protocols that are like there's like the meme that goes in it for the tech, right? Yeah. There's tech, but right, we're a game, so we have the privilege and the fun to make CryptoZoo more and more fun and lucrative. That's we want to make it as lucrative as possible and really give people that kind of like adrenaline. It's adrenaline rush. It's so awesome, to see the videos of people hatching their eggs.
Yeah,
just getting so hyped. It's like geez, man, like this is fucking cool. And so it's only quite literally scratching the surface of where we're at. I mean, now we're finally able to hatch our eggs, and the whole idea is to instead of just releasing everything in one big bang, is to make sure that we're QAing whatever it is that we release beforehand. We release it, right? Fix whatever it is that needs to be fixed, and then just constantly keep building on top of what it is that we have.
it's a long-term thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just for the sake of the argument, people on we had so many people pop into our CryptoZoo D app, into the CryptoZoo D app when we launched. We quite literally tanked Morales, and
Do you want
crazy
to
to
explain
see.
to some people,
Crazy.
maybe Ben, the people who don't quite understand what Morales is, or quite how big an achievement, I guess, even that is?
Yeah, it's Morales is just basically it's just like a server,
Yeah.
it's a server that hosts Web3 applications. And I mean, obviously, that's nothing that we can do on our end about that. That's just Morales.
Just like how we
when we
tanked
first,
AWS.
when we first launched our when we first launched our egg sale, we crashed Amazon's web servers. And then one of our, I'm not going to disclose who our hosting provider was, but they're like, hey, listen, like you guys got to find different. You guys tanked. You guys literally tanked us. You guys got to find a different provider.
Wow.
So not
That's crazy.
AWS, but someone who hosts the actual CryptoZoo website. So that was really cool. But talking about that in regards, for example, the marketplace, right? Let's just say the marketplace was released on the same day as Hatch Day. You can only imagine,
The chaos.
the chaos and people saying, oh, this didn't come and this didn't happen and blah blah blah. We wanted to really make sure that everybody had a good the best user experience that they could have with hatching their eggs uninterrupted, with no bugs, no glitches, for the most part, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of why we did what we did, and obviously to polish some things up and make sure everything works and there's no issues once we do release the marketplace next week.
One thing I don't think a lot of people naturally realize, and correct me if I'm wrong, but how hard it is to predict scale and to deal with scale. And obviously what you're building isn't really being built for the current scale we're at. Once I think this is all kind of polished and established and working and functioning, and the marketing campaign starts to kick off, the scale we're going to see is incredible, hopefully. So the stuff you guys are busy building now and releasing, even though there are delays of maybe a week here, a week there, it's really important to get the stuff out, in its time and when it's ready, because when the scale increases, it's better to have a few weeks of delay now, so that when the numbers come, we're ready for it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And the best example I can give everybody is, and obviously this is sort of comparing apples to oranges, but it's kind of like the same principle, is New World. They released a game that was development in 6 years. I think it was like 2 alphas, 3 betas, and they released the game and it's literally dying. The reason is because there's it's not that there's bugs, there's game breaking exploits, right?
Right.
Nothing works. PvP doesn't work. It sucks, and I don't play New World anymore because I literally can't do what I was able to do when they were building a game for 6 years, and I can't play it, and there's and they're on the scale of millions of people, right? They're Amazon, they're a $1 trillion company who built a AAA game, and it's like right now you can't even trade gold in the game because of the exploits that there is. They disable trading in the game. It sucks.
Yeah.
And so we want to make sure that slow and steady wins the race, and we want to make sure that functionality that we release, from here on out, works, is functional, and when people come in, they have a good experience, and that's kind of where we're at.
That's very exciting.
Sounds good. That makes sense. I've said it in a couple of my videos. I think I've said it in the Discord chat a lot. It's a really interesting thing when you're creating something in the crypto space and you're getting retail involved and you're getting everybody excited and everybody's ready to go with their money in their hands, super excited to buy the token, super excited to buy some eggs, hatch them, see what happens. In the world of crypto, things move so fast. You can go to sleep and wake up down 90%,
Yeah.
or you can go to sleep, wake up thousands of percent. So things go so fast that people are often really, really quick to get impatient in this space. So, like you said, it's a marathon. It's slow and steady wins the race. We're not in a sprint here. I'd rather you guys take your time. I'd rather see delays than an awful game. And I think a lot of people deep down feel that way. And it's just unfortunate that in this industry things have to move so fast and people have that crazy level of expectations. So
No,
I think
listen, it's okay. You know, we have a you know we have a target on our back for sure. People want to see the best of the best come out from us, and you know also a lot of people want to see us not do so well, which is fine. But we have our goals and we know what we're setting out to achieve, and we're going to keep building. And uh, you put your head down, and you look up a year, 2 years, 3 years, and you see sometimes how far you've come. And I think CryptoZoo is one of those moments where um, you think it's going to be big, but you don't really realize how big it can be. So I really think that we have something really, really cool in our hands, and I'm super hyped that we have such awesome community members that take this initiative to host these spaces and do all these things, and hit me up and say, hey, hop on here. And I love it. I think it's brilliant. Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
that makes a lot of sense. I think a lot of the other content creators might resonate with me here, but we get a lot of comments, we get a lot of DMs, we get a lot of people asking, what's going to be the next X, Y, and Z? For example, what's going to be the next Dogecoin? What's going to be the next Shiba? What's going to be the next GameStop, AMC? Like, we always hear that. We always hear that. And people have that expectation of finding the next big thing. And when they have it right in front of their face, now I'm not saying CryptoZoo is going to go absolutely bonkers, even though it totally could.
Is this
But I'm
financial
saying
advice?
none of this is financial advice or a recommendation to buy or sell any type of security or investment. But what I'm saying is, when you have something in front of your face that has such crazy long-term potential, I get so excited when you guys say this is a long-term thing, because that just proves to you that we're not in it for a pump or a dump. We're not in it for a quick flip. We're not in it for something fast to happen. You're actually building something that's going to be really interesting, and that's how everything that has been extremely successful has approached their method of building whatever they built. So yeah, that's my feedback on it. I'm excited for the long-term potential of where this thing goes.
Yeah, and you mentioned GameStop, and everyone made everyone who goes, we want GameStop. What you don't know is the guy who predicted the squeeze on GameStop was squeezing it for 3 fucking years before it popped off. So these things, everything in life takes time. There's no such thing as overnight success, and there's no such thing as overnight building. We're here to build some cool stuff and build some cool shit, and that's kind of where our head's at, and we'll get it done, and we'll handle it, and we'll make sure that everything in our power is that we deliver what we do and what we said that we were going to deliver. And this CryptoZoo goes far beyond just yielding, breeding, and hatching. And what's actually so funny is that there was a lot of Twitter bros, CT bros, who were Twitter influencers and stuff like that, who said the first NFT project to combine yield generation with NFTs is going to crush it.
I saw that.
And,
yeah,
and that's quite literally what we're doing. So it's gonna be super super epic. Really, really excited for what's to come, and I just quite literally can't wait for this marathon to continue, and people interacting with one another, and someday in a CryptoZoo world, and who knows, maybe that day could come sooner than everybody expected.
I totally agree. And just to add on to that, I think in terms of price speculation, I think the market will adjust with this. Like some stocks and like some when financials come in with businesses, like the markets sometimes will adjust for the price according to what they think will happen. Like right now, I feel like the price is adjusted so low, but soon the price in the market will finally adjust and actually understand the price and the worth of CryptoZoo, the worth of eggs, the worth of Zoo, the token, and with time, I think definitely the price will adjust and the market will really understand how much longevity there is to this. And as soon as we start seeing these things come out and pop out, it's going to get fun. And the market will adjust.
Yeah, and I want to kind of elaborate. Me personally, I don't like to speculate on price action, and I will never speculate on price action, and I don't care about price action.
Yeah. I'm just saying for the people who do care.
What was that?
I'm just saying, like, for the people who do care, and kind of like, they're judging that as a metric of success, right?
Yeah.
It's not really a metric of success short term.
Yeah.
But of course, people who are new,
Yeah. The whole point for CryptoZoo is to build a cool project.
Yeah.
Everything else is secondary. The main focus of Zoo is to build a cool project that people from all around the world, no matter where you're from or who you are and what kind of a computer you have or what kind of a phone you have or whether you know about NFTs or whether you know about crypto, whether you know about BSC scan or Ether scan and tracking down transactions. And, using it, all that stuff is not secondary to us making the most simple, understandable game that if you just want to hatch some eggs and you want to just participate in future egg drops and breed your NFTs and just collect yield and collect cool animals and collect cool whatever it is that comes from these eggs, that's cool, right? If you want to take your NFTs and you want to take your animals or you want to take your whatever it is that comes out of these eggs into a world that one day can be CryptoZoo, you can do that too. And if you want to battle your animals with other people, one day you can do that too. And if you want to feed your animal and play with your animal and make your animal stronger than it is and train it and do all these things, you can do that too, right? There's many avenues and many directions where CryptoZoo can go, and it all starts with the egg. And so right now we're seeing the start of where we're at and where we're headed, and we're going to continue to build and continue to do what we set out to do and what makes everybody happy and what makes us happy for sure.
Just to quickly add into that, one of my favorite Logan Paul quotes, in relation to CryptoZoo, is game virality. I just love that, game virality. Like, just make this game as viral and as fun as possible. Just to sum everything you've just said, it's so exciting. But again, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And
if I may interject here, we've been talking a lot about the long term and the vision, and I think the core community really resonates with this and really understands the difference between a short term project and a long term vision. And what we're building here is something new. But I do think I speak for a lot of the community who might be more short term minded when I ask about the possibility of an updated roadmap. I don't know if that's something you're able to speak on now.
Yeah, I can definitely speak. I can definitely speak on it.
Okay.
So so here's the thing, right? Is number one, the scope of CryptoZoo is always growing and ever growing. So that's kind of number one. Number two is I have a roadmap. We have a roadmap ready to go. However, it's a little tough to send it out and put it out because there's new things that just pop into our hands on what we want to implement, and things kind of shift around in the priority of what we want to release and what it is that we believe gives the most utility and the most use cases for CryptoZoo right now. But yeah, absolutely. In regards to roadmap, me and the dev and I, the lead dev and I, are working on solidifying something for the short term, the long term. But I can tell you that in our most pressing things that we are currently working on right now, simultaneously, is one team is sitting on making sure that, like I said, we fix the UI, the bugs with CryptoZoo D app. Thankfully, it's nothing to do. There's no smart contract issues or anything like that, so we're pretty good on that. Allowing people to breed, yield, and marketplace. And then another team is working on bringing more utility for the hybrids. We're kind of solidifying the bringing the utility for the hybrids and the animals for people to interact with them in a really, really cool way. Probably in the next 1 to 3 weeks. And once we get that down, we'll be able to kind of speak about what's coming up and kind of revamp where CryptoZoo is headed and where we're at. But for now, we've released the eggs, and we're just really, really eager to get the core fundamental main functionality for CryptoZoo out there.
Can you possibly say what we might expect this month, Ben? Obviously, as Dex said, kind of go over his point.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's always good to speak about long term, but I think you can agree it's really fun to speak about short term.
Yield, breeding, and marketplace.
In
November?
terms of yield, would that backtrack to when people have actually hatched? Because as of right now, they're not generating yield.
Yeah, they're not generating yield. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to get back to you guys on that. But we're working on we're figuring out those logistics quite literally as we speak. I have to hop on a call after this one to iron the few things that we're going to be releasing here in the very short term. Iron them out.
Perfect.
And so definitely keep you guys updated on that.
Perfect.
So for November, yield, marketplace, and breeding.
Yeah, that's the goal for November.
And a roadmap, I assume.
Yeah, we're that's also the goal for sure. Once we kind of start to iron out the core fundamentals of the D app, and kind of get that out of the way, we'll be able to kind of lift our heads up and kind of look much further out for laying down the framework of CryptoZoo. But right now, we're really, 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 really focused on making sure that we release what the D app is supposed to do.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. Zara?
Yeah.
What was I gonna ask? I forgot already. Oh wait, yeah. So is there do you know if there's gonna be a second egg drop before 2022?
Is there going to be a second egg drop in 2022?
Before 2022, so like end of the year or anything?
I don't think so.
Originally, it was
Okay.
planned for Q4, but of course, I guess things can change.
Yeah, so we're gonna we're gonna update everything accordingly. But second egg drop is definitely on our radar. We're actually currently it's being worked on, but it's not a priority until we finish the framework for the next egg drop, which is going to hatching, yielding, marketplace, and stuff like that. We want to make sure that the next egg drop is super smooth and everybody can start hatching and doing all their things right out the gate. They don't have to wait, and they don't have to sit around on their eggs until they can actually use them. They can use them right away.
Of course. In terms of, we were just talking about the what's planned in Q4. Will we be getting a updated white paper? Because at the moment there's a roadmap in that white paper, and it says that the bridge is also going to be launched in Q4. So is that going to be changed?
That's actually very
Yes,
true. Yeah.
yes. It's gonna change. We're gonna get everything. We're gonna get everything revamped and updated and make everything more clear cut for sure.
Perfect. So we can expect a new white paper.
Yes, you can expect an updated, refreshed white paper.
And the bridge will still be expected this year, or is this a Q1 next year kind of idea?
Yeah, we're looking to do like Q1, like kind of like a Q1 idea for sure.
I'm only asking because you said the goo, and now I'm kind of keen to try hit that 1 in a million.
Yeah, good luck.
I think I might need it.
Yeah, that's gonna be an epic one.
Okay, so
Ben,
kind of. Oh, sorry, go on.
Sorry. I have a really important question I do need to ask Ben. Are you a mole rat or a blobfish kind of guy?
Mole rat
Or
for
a
sure.
hybrid.
Mole rat?
Mole rat.
Alright.
Oh.
I feel that.
Mole rat
What?
for sure, bro.
I think I'm more blobfish myself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm a
blobfish,
blobfish, man. I'm a blobfish.
No, that mole rat's kind of cute. I
bet
don't know.
you're
Yeah,
right.
it is. You guys like the mole rats and the blobfishes? How it's the two ugliest ones, but they're
No,
really great?
I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
No, I love it. Bob the Blob.
Yeah, and one thing that we also spoke about is everyone asks, kind of what animals are going to come from these base animals that get bred. Kind of like a Pokédex of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely
Ooh.
something that we're really considering to build. However, we do acknowledge that if we do build out a Pokédex, it's going to kind of ruin the unknown experience of what you're going to get. So the game plan is to obviously, build a Pokédex. However, populate that Pokédex as people start to hatch these hybrid animals. And so, for example, let's just say everybody knows bear shark is a real hybrid. So once the bear shark is actually hatched, it'll get updated to the Pokédex, so on and so forth, until all of the animals are hatched.
That's awesome.
Guess that CryptoZoo. You guys remember that Guess That Pokemon thing?
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. Well, that also just makes me more upset because literally I spend all day staring at these pictures, trying to figure out what I should do. And I have a trading group, and I have like 500 people in this trading group on Finery. And we literally are sitting here talking about stocks and crypto and stuff all day. And we have a channel for CryptoZoo, and we're sitting there, we're like, should I breed a penguin with a duck, or should I breed a duck with an elk? And I want to get your guys' thoughts on what's your strategy going to be for breeding? Are you going to seek yield? Are you going to seek what looks cool? What kind of properties are you looking for? I just don't know.
I mean, I'll be the first to kind of jump on that. I think one of my main strategies with the marketplace is I'm going to try and buy as many commons as I can. I don't know. I have a weird feeling that the common animals are going to be super undervalued. And as soon as the game starts coming out and all of the other functionalities, no matter what rarity the animal is, at least if you have an animal and you want to become part of the game, you're going to need an animal, right? And commons is what people are going to be buying long term. I feel they're going to be super undervalued. So as well as buying eggs, I'm going to try and buy as many animals as I can, and maybe use a few of those breeding slots. Not all 7, but I'm going to try and definitely breed a few of them. That's my aim.
Yeah,
My
that's
aim
smart.
is to build a really, really big zoo and hopefully have fun with it.
My strategy is to get my hands on a rare or two, and then make a gentleman's agreement so that we can all breed at least one first edition hybrid. You know what I'm saying? We can get a channel going in a Discord and just have a gentle's agreement. I'll reserve this kind of combination. No, I have a few eggs hatched, but my strategy is largely long term, and the eggs I've hatched now are just kind of for fun. I'll try scoop a rare off of a secondary next week, and then sit with the 4 and see what kind of fucked up combinations I can. I mean, you gotta have
animals
pretty
talk.
fucked up conversations to breed an orca and a lion. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just see how it goes. But I definitely want to try get a higher rarity instead of a lot of commons. But that's a super interesting strategy, XJ. I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
it is. I had I think I saw somewhere, which is probably going to be very interesting, considering lots of the breeding slots will be, used up before the second egg drop. I think someone said that there is a chance that we'd be able to breed first gen with the second gen. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Some can, I think, and some can't. I think overall generations can only breed within their own generations, but I think maybe some might be able to, like crossbreed, cross gen. But I think overall it's within the gen. But of course, I'll let the man, the myth, the legend, Ben answer that one.
Yeah, some will be able to, and some won't. You can't really breed a. Just for the sake of the argument, you can't really breed a lion with a robot. So.
I mean, who says you can breed a lion with a butterfly?
Well, they're animals, right?
I guess.
Yeah, well,
okay,
that'll be
fair
interesting to see. That'll be interesting to see because I feel like I wonder how many breeding slots will be actually left in order to even complete those breeds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, I'd like to put forward an idea. You said you had that rare chance is just an idea that one of your animals get burnt and they get a serum. Can we make it Logan Paul DNA or Logan Paul genes, and then you can add it to your animal, and it just becomes like super buff and like it's like Floyd lying on the floor behind it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So I'll it's a funny idea, but I want to kind of take that idea into a serious note. And that serious note is we all recognize it, and Logan himself recognizes it that CryptoZoo is much bigger than him in the grand scheme of things. He is just a voice to bring awareness to the game of CryptoZoo. However, it's much bigger than all of us in regards to the goal and the objectives of bringing NFTs and bringing tokens to the forefront of people who aren't so familiar with this kind of tech. So to answer your question is no.
Okay, Ben.
But it's a good idea.
Someone's just asked if you will be able to see the hybrid possibilities when we try to breed. So if there's like a percentage, so in the white paper how you can see the uncommon and the common hybrids and you can see the rares, would there be like a percentage possibility to see what's gonna hatch from that egg?
So initially, no, because that ruins the art of surprise and that ruins kind of what's in the egg. However, when people start to hatch their hybrids and people start to hatch their stuff, things will be updated accordingly because cat's out the box. Everybody knows what the possible combinations are. So initially no, but down the road, yes.
Sweet.
Just kind of jumping on that, Ben. I'm pretty sure you confirmed the percentages for the flyer that's going around on Discord in the community. That's all. The percentages are all correct, right?
Yeah. We have a percentage table. We have everything on on the back end in regards to the probability of a given outcome of any given hybrid or base animal.
The specific flyer about the base animals, is that the one that's going around the Discord? Is that all true? Like the 50% for a common?
I haven't. Quite frankly, honestly, I haven't looked at it. I'll take a look at it, and I looked at it briefly, but I didn't dive deep down into it. But I'll definitely take a look at it and confirm with you guys if it's legit or not, for sure.
I mean, I cross-referenced it. I did about half an hour this morning, just going through on eScan, just going through every single combination. Sorry, every single base animal, and just doing a tally. And the results that I got, over about 250 to 300 total animals that have been hatched already, it seemed pretty close to the results and percentages that have been going around the community, and that's on that flyer. Like 50% for common, 30% for non-common. Like literally all of the statistics and percentages that were there, I was also getting in my tally. So I think it's at least very accurate. If it's not 100% accurate, then at least the community has something to kind of cross-reference to.
That's awesome. I love it. Alrighty, guys, I gotta pop off. I have a call that I gotta run to.
No worries.
Gotta iron out some
No worries.
stuff.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you
want
for
to
coming
shout
on.
everybody out from the community. You guys are really, really awesome. You guys are really, really great, and thank you guys for hosting this space. I think it's really amazing on the fact that we all support one another, and I just really, really can't wait for what's to come and what we're building. And I really, really genuinely cannot thank you guys enough. And thank you. Shout out to literally quite everybody. And for many more years to come. And I'm excited to get my hands on some eggs.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Let's go.
Let's go to the zoo.
Let's
Go to
do
the
it.
zoo. All right, you guys, take it easy.
All right.
See you, mate.
Cheers, man. See you later.
Cheers, Ben.
In a bit.
I hope we still do our sleepover sometime.
One day we'll
Yes.
we'll have a sleepover at the zoo.
Fuck
At the
yeah.
zoo.
Bunks. Bunk
Hell
beds?
yeah, later, boys.
See you later.
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 See you later.
Okay, sweet. I think maybe stay on for a little bit longer if you want, boys, and we can talk a little bit more about hatching eggs.
Yeah, now that he's gone,
asked
we can talk
people
about
to
the fun
speak.
things.
Yeah. Now we get to really
Yeah, let's get some community opinions.
If anybody wants to ask anything, put your hand up.
Yeah, please request to speak and I'll accept you. Quick last thing I'll say before that. I've been saying to the boys before, I think, do I hatch an egg? Do I hatch a live egg? Or should I just do it?
Ooh.
Ooh, a live
Ooh.
reveal. Can you share your screen on crypto
And
on
live
Twitter?
You can't,
performance.
unfortunately, you can't. So you'll have to just completely go off my reaction.
We have to listen to your
He's gonna
voice.
fake it. He's gonna fake it. You need to post it on Discord, at least a screenshot of the hatch, so we know it's real.
Okay, I will. Okay. Well, whilst you guys are talking, I'll hatch it and I'll let you know, guys. Whilst I'm hatching, whilst it's the whole suspense of it cracking, I'll let you know what's happening. But yeah, if you guys want to,
It'll take like 5 minutes for it to like process.
yeah. Okay, I'll do that now.
If anyone sends me an egg, I'll jump the queue and get you on stage first.
Can we get Iffy on? I want to hit Iffy after.
Yeah, let's get Iffy
Yeah,
on.
guys, request and I'll
No.
just go through and accept some people.
Can we ban Iffy from the chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Melosaur is too ugly.
Oof.
Okay.
I want to make a specific NFT for Iffy called Naked Rat. It's not a mole rat, it's just a naked rat.
Yo.
That sounds about right.
Hello.
You're muted.
Oh, yo, it's LB. LB.
Hello, can you hear me, guys?
There we
Yo.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing? It's all right. It's LB here from Telegram. Just wanted to say thank you for hosting this. It's been really good to listen to, and I hope you're all okay.
You too, mate. Love you.
Bro.
LB's a nice guy.
Any questions or
Yeah,
topics
fine,
for us, bro?
No, not really at the moment. I'm going to jump back on Telegram soon. I've just listened in, but I just wanted to say, just thank you for everything you're doing. We're all working together for the same goal. So let's get excited and enjoy it.
Thanks,
Sweet.
brother.
yeah.
Thanks for your hard work in Telegram
Thanks,
as well.
mate.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
All right,
thank you.
take care, and I'll speak to you later.
Later, bro.
See you, mate.
In a
Take
bit,
care,
bro.
brother.
Thank you.
Okay, if he just... Yo, Iffy, my man.
No, he's still a listener. Oh, there we go.
No, he's connecting. Yeah.
You're muted, bro.
Yo, I've got nothing good to say. Why are you guys telling me to talk on here?
No, talk, bro. Talk. You have the best questions. You have the best speaking. Go on.
You know, okay,
Hey,
I do have one question. On a scale of
Yes.
1 to 10, did that sound like Ben just gave us like a speech at a wedding saying, get the I feel like that was planned.
I've never been to a wedding.
Yeah, same
Wow.
actually. I feel like it's a
Actually, I've
lot
got a
of
question for Iffy.
a lot of
So I
long
have
term
no
talk,
idea.
which I think is pretty much all he can say right now is long term talk. It's good, but it's kind of what we've heard for a long while. Also, me and Dex try to get a few bits out of him, but I understand his position, right? He can't say too much, and there's not too much happening right now, which he can say. But that's why we're here, to kind of talk about what we can talk about.
Yeah. Well, we've got breeding confirmed for this month, along with the marketplace, obviously.
yeah, I'm
So,
really glad
yeah,
he
keen to
answered
see
that.
how it goes.
Do you guys feel like with the yield not being able to accrue or be backdated to when we hatched, that's going to stop people from hatching for the next until that's ready? So they wait to see if the eggs go up in price even more instead of just hatching them. Do you think this will
I don't think
lower the
possible,
I
chance
don't
of
think a
hatching?
lot of people realize that.
But the zoo's not that much on the base animals.
Yeah, it's like
yields on the
100
hybrid
zoo
is
or
way
something like
huge.
that.
Yeah.
About that.
Oh, that's true.
So
That is
I
true.
think it's 212 for
If
the
you miss out on-
uncommons.
Yeah, if you miss out on like 200 zoo because you didn't, it didn't backtrack, 200 zoo is literally like not even half of what the hybrid will give you.
Yeah, I
daily,
feel like
so
my
it's not like-
butterfly yields me about, I don't know, 10 tenths of a penny a day.
Well, I'm looking at it now. 100 zoo will give you 0.00001 BNB. So
Yeah, I feel like we need to find out. We should probably ask that as well, like whether these numbers are correlate at the current like rates that we get zoo at now.
I wonder if that changes as well, and it's just like a base price.
I think
Well,
it
both
does.
my uncommons are 212. I don't know what the commons are, but my uncommon, both of them are 212 zoo a day currently.
Oh,
I don't think the price of that will change. I think it'll always stay the same amount.
yeah, I think it's.
I would hope so.
What really adds up is when you breed them multiple times and then you have multiple NFTs that are yielding you all at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thousands of zoo. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a beautiful thing.
And then especially if the price of zoo goes up.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, my wallet's saying Nan. It's saying 0 zoo when I don't have 0 zoo. And my eggs aren't showing up. Like, this...
You know what I've noticed? I have an exact difference of like $200 from my poo coin to my actual zoo inside my wallet. Poo coin shows that I have like $200 more in value compared to on the app. That was weird to me.
Let's see.
That is
App.
weird.
Yeah, Dan's saying as well, like yield will need to change down the road, otherwise we're gonna run out.
Yeah, that's what
Run
I
out
mean.
of zoo?
Yeah, for the zoo, which
I
is
mean,
fair.
that's not-
I'm just wondering now if the 64,000 that we get from the naked mole rat and the blobfish is gonna change.
I mean, it won't
Mm.
happen soon, but eventually, over a vast amount of time, it would have to.
It's a
Yeah, of course,
possibility,
of course.
but remember to claim the zoo, you have to burn the NFT, so it gets rid of that.
Yeah.
So I don't think it would be that problematic,
Well, that's
at
true,
least for
too.
the next couple years.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Anyway,
Maybe someone else got a pressing
Question?
question that they can't wait to share with the world.
Okay, yeah, so shall I bring someone else up on stage?
Yeah, kick Iffy off. Get out of here, Iffy.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, man.
Bye-bye.
I did, while we bring up the next guy, I just got a message from someone in here talking about Logan and the marketing and his lack of involvement. So obviously the roadmap that was communicated to us, or the plan of action, was the marketplace and the hatching would be ready, and the marketplace would be ready before hatching, and that the marketing from Logan Paul and co would go live during that time span. But obviously there's been a delay, and there's been some issues not only with the hatching but the marketplace. And if you think about it, if Logan Paul went on and marketed and pushed and grew Zoo during that time period, it would have just caused a nightmare for the team to deal with. So obviously it's taken a bit longer than we expected, and naturally that means a delay in the marketing, because you got to understand, when Logan Paul switches on that tap, it's a floodgate that you can't close. And if something is not ready to handle millions of scale and it fucks up, that's gonna be really bad. So I think we can all agree that it's super important that everything, the foundations are rock solid before that floodgate gets opened. Otherwise, yeah.
Not only the foundation, but a product.
Yeah.
Like we need a marketplace. We ideally would need a game, breeding, anything. Right now,
utility.
Right now you got an egg, and then congratulations, you open the egg. Now what? So imagine if you did marketing, you would have tens of thousands of people in the Discord freaking out. What do I do now? What's going to happen now? When this, when that? You do not want marketing right now. Trust me.
I totally agree.
You need something. You need a game. You need anything. And then you start marketing and you say, hey, check out this cool new project we got. You can do this. You can do that. Hop into the Discord to learn more.
Well, something Logan said when he did hop in the Discord for a quick AMA chat, he said there's only you can only make one first impression. So it's got to be something worthwhile. You can't promote an unfinished product, because people aren't going to be happy with that, and then it'll cause a big dump in the price, and then no one will want to give it a second chance.
Yeah, for
sure. Should I bring someone up?
Someone asking if they could. Yeah, I got someone asking if they could mention something. Their Twitter name is OG Locked Up.
Yeah,
sounds legit.
Yeah, I felt uncomfortable saying that.
I see nothing going wrong here.
Yo, OG Locked Up.
Yo, what's happening, brother?
Yo.
Hey, how are you, boys?
Good.
How you going, mate?
Yeah, so I haven't actually got too many questions, other because you boys seem to have covered it a lot, and yeah, you're doing a great job. But I basically just wanted to talk hatch plans, because you're all going on about that and stuff. Well, I hatched 27 eggs yesterday.
Wow.
Holy shit.
So, and they were all Ethereum as well. So I paid a shitload of cash.
Jesus, dude.
Tax, man, tax.
So yeah, paid a shitload. And
did you get anything good?
I got 3 rares. So I got a gorilla, a lion, and a panda.
Nice.
So those were the best. And then I got 2 penguins, 2 elks, 2 ducks. And then
so what the hell is your plan? What are you gonna do?
To be honest, the plan is for everything to fuck everything.
Okay, that's a good idea.
So
massive orgy.
Yeah, just a huge. Fuck
do you have like a flow chart or like an Excel sheet to like map out this needs to breed with this and that needs to breed with that?
Bro, honestly, as far as I've gotten so far is writing in my notes, writing penguin, orca, this. I'm just gonna do a list of them, because I'm trying to go for them special edition limited NFTs off the bat.
Yeah, nice.
We can tell.
So if I can get that going, it should be good. But then I had all 3, and someone put an elephant on that NFT trade app or whatever it was.
Yeah.
For 6 BNB, so I bought that too.
Dude, what?
Wow.
So now I've got all 4. So I'm in it with my old man, and we've got
insane that though, OG, you have to be careful with those the third party trade sites. because they're actually selling like fake NFTs with the same token.
Yeah.
So
see,
like,
I was
Yeah,
actually,
just be.
I was very cautious of that, and I was like shitting myself because it was my old man, and he was like, "Come on, let's get the fourth. We got to get the elephant. We got to get the elephant." And I was saying, "Oh, it's a bit risky," and he's like, "No, just get it, just get it." I'm like, "If you get scammed, it's not on me." So we bought it, and then by the looks of it, it's all good because when we opened the D app and stuff, it's in there. So I think he got lucky
Thanks,
for that.
yeah.
The only question I did have that you may know is can you crossbreed BSC eggs and Ethereum eggs?
not right now, no.
Yeah, not right now.
I think you need to bridge it over so they're on the same platform.
Okay,
Once the bridge
gotcha.
is functional, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
On another note, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, you're right.
I was going to say, which one of the animals did you get the most of?
I got 6 pugs.
Oh, yep, he cut off. He's locked up.
We heard 6 pugs and 2 penguins.
He had a heart attack mid-conversation.
You're cutting off, OG.
Yeah.
Locked up.
Hello?
Oh, sorry, kittens.
Yeah. Oh, he's locked again. His internet got locked up. GG.
He's just trolling us now.
But yeah, 6 pugs, 2 penguins, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 pugs though. So at 27 he hatched. He got 6 pugs.
Jeez.
Dan just messaged me saying that the tax man knocked on his door. That's why.
Bro, if I paid gas
So
and I
almost
got
a quarter of his hatches.
Dude, 6 B&B for an elephant? Wow.
Wait, so
Yeah, but that could be considered cheap. Who knows? We'll find out when Marketplace opens.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just a PSA. Is it PSA? Yeah, public service announcement. Don't use NFT trade just because it's like he got lucky, but I have heard stories about people getting scammed because we've been airdropped like updated versions of the eggs. So people are selling the old eggs which don't work. So if you're in here and you're thinking of doing that, don't. Also, try and support the tokenomics so that we can get a decent burn on the zoo, and in turn we can raise the price of zoo for the long term.
Fact.
That makes sense to me.
Okay, let's get someone else off on
Also,
stage.
you don't necessarily want to jump the gun either.
Exactly.
We don't know the true price yet. We haven't had true price discovery, and that can only really happen when you have a legitimate marketplace that has a good amount of supply. So,
yeah, you could
we'll see.
easily overpay for an animal in the next few days.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Well, that goes both ways. You could overpay or you could underpay, but it's you and your chance. So
No. Make everyone think they can overpay so I can get it cheap.
Yeah, I'm about
joking.
to buy
I'm joking.
I'm about to buy a pug for 20 ETH.
Oh,
We'll see.
Yo, Shvets, man, how are you?
Hey, hi guys. How are you? Doing great.
What's your question/topic?
I don't know. I was actually I had the concern, and it's kind of negative, but you all have this positive vibe, so I'm not sure if I want to raise it.
No, go for it. Go ahead.
Go for it.
Okay.
And we'll ban you right away.
All right. Yeah, my main concern, I'm more like Telegram user and not the Discord, and a lot of FUD going on there with all that happened, but also a lot of different good thoughts. And the main concern from my side is that I don't think that the way the team managed our expectations is really good, because the roadmap was promised, updated roadmap was promised like months ago, I believe. I'm not sure, maybe 3 weeks ago, and it's not released yet. Ben said that during this session that they are planning to add more things, but he also said that they are planning to postpone some things, and nobody knows that except all of the people who were here. and they obviously don't decided to do it today, right? So it was known for some time, and that's not communicated. Also, Dexo raised the topic when the marketplace was promised before the 3rd of November, but it's obviously not there, and it's not communicated beforehand. And the marketing was promised beforehand, and it was not communicated. And it makes sense that it's not ideal time to have marketing right now. But the concern is why they don't communicate it with the community. So we just get some small piece of information, and it's not even information. It's just like general thoughts, like fine.
I feel like we share some of those same opinions, but that's not really a question that you can really ask us with us having an answer. It's a hard one, I think.
I mean, I'll answer
Look,
it. I'll answer it. Like, I'm pretty, like, I've been on the fence as well. Like, I support the community, but I have been disappointed, like, in what's happening. But you also have to understand that, like, it is early, and there's been a lot of changes that we don't know about. And because of these changes, there's time added on to just, like, you know, like, they're getting new devs. Like Ben said, they're getting new devs to help out in-house as well. So that's going to take time to find the right people and stuff like that.
But I think what he's asking is, like, we can all put our hand up and say yes, we understand that these things take time and that there are delays. But I think his biggest issue is with the communication of it, and I do have to agree. I think a lot of this could be and should be communicated in a clearer, better way. And personally, I would appreciate estimations with the notion that they could be wrong or delayed, rather than being in the dark. So I think that's something we can all agree on, and that is something that we are quite vocal on, and we're trying to put forward as feedback. But this team is a big machine, and hopefully they take that into account. But it's something that I think all of us here are actively mentioning.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think we can all agree.
Hopefully, there is more like communication going forward. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like the PR team's supposed to come in as well, so who knows what's gonna happen. At this point, we're all kind of stuck, and it's just one of those things we have to just deal with.
We don't know anything, and we're all in the same boat.
Yep.
And we can all agree that it has been extremely rocky from the pre-sale till today. And I will guarantee you it'll continue to be rocky, shaky, confusing, up and down, all the way until years. It's just like that. And I take that approach and that mentality in everything that I get into. That's why I keep everything small. I keep everything safe and fun. Because if this whole thing crashes and burns, I, at the end of the day, will be okay.
Which, by the way, you
And
don't think will happen, of course, but it's that kind of if, maybe, right?
Yeah. I don't want it to happen. I don't think it'll happen. But if it does happen, if things are just awful, that's totally fine by me, because I've kept it small, safe, and fun all the way until today.
Yeah, he's
and
right.
It just comes down
there's
to
no absolutes. Like, anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. It's been bumpy. It's been rocky. They know that. Everybody's vocal about that. I'm sure Ben is sweating when he has to tell the team and putting an announcement on Discord saying the marketplace has been delayed.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
He's sitting there in his pajamas in his office saying, "Oh God, I have to send this out right now. They're gonna kill me."
Getting like hundreds of DMs.
Bro. Like, it's the worst feeling working in an organization, and you have to be the one who says all this thing. So obviously, it can be improved. Obviously, everyone's in the same boat. We feel disappointed sometimes, but at the end of the day, if you just look at the long term, if you keep it small, safe, fun, you'll be okay. So, yeah.
Completely agree.
Okay, I think my egg is ready. Shall I? Shall I have?
Ooh, a live hatch.
Let's go.
Okay, hang on. Let me.
Should we get you a drum roll?
Okay, 2 seconds. Thank you for talking, Shvets.
Thanks, guys.
Love you.
Thank you.
Okay, right. And drum roll, please. Hype in the chat.
What'd you get?
Pug.
Oh god damn it! I got a duck.
Oh.
What, like a
That's not bad.
duckling? Like that's uncommon. What do you mean?
I mean, it's an
That's
yeah,
good.
it's all right. It's all right, I guess.
No, it's all right.
It's
all right.
better than a
Another one, do
pug.
another one.
No offense to people that pugs.
I mean, I hatched two, and they're both uncommon. I think that's pretty. That's not bad, right?
That's
good,
we
dude. I
take
need
those.
two.
We take those.
That's lucky.
We take
Yeah,
those.
two
I've got
commons,
both
bro.
uncommons as well. Like we take those.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, I have one
Congratulations on
more,
your
but I
duck.
can't.
Okay, that leads me to my next, maybe last question. I don't know. How are you guys keeping one unhatched
Yes.
or multiple unhatched?
I got
Yeah.
5 in the bag.
Okay.
That I ain't touching.
What is your strategy to hold it unhatched? Because every time I go to the D app and I see that egg unhatched and I see 2 that are hatched, I'm like, oh man, like I need to open that.
You know what my
And, like,
strategy is?
I want to put it in another wallet and have my wife change the
Yep.
password so I
Bro.
don't even know,
No.
and then I just forget about it.
Just buy it on ETH and then have no gas money, and then it's just not an
Oh,
option.
true.
Facts.
That's so true.
Literally facts. I've got
And
one
then
on 8.
when the bridge opens up, transfer it.
I
Yeah.
hate touching my ETH eggs.
I'm just gonna give away my 8th egg because it's too expensive.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping to buy as many eggs as I can. As I said earlier, I'm gonna try and buy some common some common animals because I feel like they'll be super undervalued. And later on, long term, I feel like people will be buying the common animals to actually get into the game and to at least have that like entry ticket, right? I also want to use some of them
Yeah.
to breed and try and get those hybrids and then sell off the actual common NFTs themselves. But yeah, overall, I'm super excited. So far, I've only got 3 BSE eggs. I've only got 2 of them hatched, and I'm keeping one of them. Just hatched my second one here right now. And yeah, I just really hope I can buy some cheap eggs up and I can get hatching because damn, it's so addictive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly fun. Like I was actually kind of like, okay, this is pretty
Really
sick.
is.
Like I actually want to hatch my third one right now, but I can't.
And we don't even have the full game out.
The third one I have is
Yep.
also sub 400, so I think that's pretty decent for a Binance egg. My other eggs were like over 1,000 and over 800, but my third egg is like under 400, sub 400. So I've got to keep that unhatched, right? Like
Up to you.
try to peer pressure me to.
If anybody listening hates this
Hatch
project
it,
a lot
hatch
and
it,
wants to
hatch it.
and wants to liquidate, just go ahead and either send me your eggs for free or DM me and we'll negotiate a price. I'm gonna buy everything. So
I'll give you one of my eggs for 10 BNB.
10
Guaranteed.
BNB.
Guaranteed blobfish. If you hold it to the end, guaranteed.
Yo, 10 BNB is not bad, for an egg.
For 6 years.
No, I'm gonna give you guys the most
Yeah, who
garbage
knows?
offers ever.
I'll give you 1 zoo per day.
$5.
And the animals.
I got a YouTube channel if anyone's got a blobfish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can give you
It's like Wall Street
Instagram shout out.
payment plans.
What did you say?
Like you offer a
Yeah, I'll
payment
give you the
plan
password to
of
the
like
chat.
$1 a day. for
Yeah,
like
yeah, but I'll keep the
100 years.
email so then when they log in, I just change the password again.
Perfect.
Yeah, don't tell them that.
Oh, on
Alright,
that note, whoever's listening, if you're not subscribed to all of the content creators here, definitely go check them out on YouTube. We put out daily, weekly, monthly content on everything you need to know about CryptoZoo and other things as well.
We post more than Logan Paul. Put it that much.
Guys,
Oh,
is
yeah.
anyone else's favorite YouTuber right now GBK?
On that note, all right, I think I'm
no.
gonna end it there. We should end it there, boys.
He's my hero, guys.
Are there any more questions? Guys?
Yeah, there is.
Does anyone have any
I'll
questions
bring
anymore?
MetaMan up on stage. Yo, MetaMan.
Before we get too sidetracked.
Wait, I accepted and you left. Oh no.
You hurt his feelings.
You backed out. You couldn't do it. Okay, let's bring someone up on stage.
Is there anyone
Yeah,
else?
there's quite a few people. I'm just going to go slowly through them. Okay, so Zach, I think it is. Yo, Zach. You're on mute, bro. Yo, Zach.
Hello.
Timer. 3, 2. Squid Game.
All right, see you, Zach.
Okay, let's bring someone else on stage.
10 out of 10 question.
Yeah,
one
best
radio
question
show.
today.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay, people, still keep requesting to speak. I'm going to go slowly through them. I'm running out of people.
Let me just shout out some people. Zhao, G Starkey, Benny. Who else do I know?
Hello?
Anthony,
Anthony, I think.
Zhao.
Schmitz,
Hello?
Mo,
Yo, Paul,
Sherlock.
how's it going, man?
Sherlock
How's it going?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
I'm going.
What up, Paul?
All right, sweet. I had a
See?
quick question.
Perfect.
Just regarding, do you guys know if our eggs are like kind of predetermined in what they'll already be?
Completely
and
random.
how like that works? Completely random every single time.
Every single time.
Mhm.
So not
Completely
really.
random.
So it is random. So if I buy the egg from you, it doesn't matter who, like if it gets transacted or if it gets bought on a third-party market, it doesn't matter. It's completely random. However, I believe, and I think the boys will agree with me, but I'm pretty sure it's been said before that if there's, let's say, only, I don't know, 20 sharks left, and there's already been like 80 of them that have been hatched, there's obviously a higher probability of those sharks getting hatched. So it is completely random, but the percentage does change on how many there are in the pool, if that makes sense.
Okay.
That's correct.
Yeah, well, the way I understand it, the way I understood it was, so there's a pool of all the animals. So there's, say, I don't know, 1,000 ducklings, 500 penguins, 20 blobfish
Yeah.
or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And then every time you hatch your egg, it will randomly select one animal from said pool. And then when you pull that animal, it gets removed from the pool. So then if all the penguins are hatched, then obviously, everything else, the percentage will then naturally change for what you can hatch or not, which is why it's kind of a bad idea. Well, in my opinion, it's a bad idea to hold an egg for far too long, because what if it gets to the point where there's literally only like commons left? You know what I mean?
I mean, theoretically,
Yeah, but
statistics don't change,
Well, that's my
like
understanding.
percentages don't change. So in theory, it wouldn't be a good idea to hold it or hatch it. Like in theory, there's no advantage either way. Like the probability still the same as the probability.
Yeah, I was about to say
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
possible, but the opposite's also possible.
Yes.
So if the remaining supply of unhatched eggs reduces to 1,000 and people know that there's X amount of epics hatched, then there might be a higher or lower probability of hatching an epic in the remaining supply, making it more or less valuable.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, thanks guys. I appreciate that. One other quick question. Do you know if like Gen 1 eggs will be able to breed with Gen 2? I feel like we haven't gotten a clear answer on that, but
With some.
think so.
Not all.
some.
Yeah. I think so. I think it depends on how much work, like
It
how, because
depends
it's
on
extensive,
the.
right? They have to create the new eggs, then they have to create hybrid NFTs for those eggs. So if they do like, it's gonna increase like I guess the combinations to like another, what's that? Like another 300, 400 on top of the second gen as well. Because then it'll be like, if it's 16 times 16, then whatever that is, and then you have like 7 of those, whatever the combinations are.
Right.
So it might be a select.
We asked Ben. We asked
The
Ben
amount
earlier,
of,
like he said, for example, if there was a robot or something like that, might not breed with a normal animal or something like that. So it really just depends on what they launch. We don't really know.
Because apparently a robot can't breed with an elephant. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I don't know, Mecha Godzilla, right?
Who's making the rules here? An elephant can breed with a butterfly, but an elephant can't breed with a robot. Come on.
All right. Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
Thank you.
man. Cheers.
See you, Nolan. All right.
Yo,
What else
Zhao,
we got?
jump on, man. Jump on. Request to speak, Zhao, and I'll accept you.
Get Zhao in here.
I know. I want him to jump on. Request to speak, bro.
We should get Iffy.
Zhao.
We should get Iffy back here.
Stitch himself. You get Iffy back in. Get Iffy and Zhao. And just get the boys back in.
Shit, guys, my phone's about to die, so if I disappear,
We know you hate us.
exactly.
Yeah, guys, my phone's about to die. Oh, but
Okay, Zhao just want to speak. Fair enough. Okay, guys, if you want to answer any questions before we wrap up, any of the last things you want to ask any of us? Yo, Iffy, you just requested and then you went again.
just Iffy doing Iffy things. I think he just
Such
left.
an iffy move.
So he just straight up left.
Yeah, I
Such
think
an
so.
iffy move, dude.
He's requesting and
I
then
think
leaving
maybe
again.
Should we call it there, boys?
I think so. I think it's been good. It's been good. We've had Ben come on, hijack
I think
our
so.
show.
All right. Well, before we wrap up, quick shout out to the community mods in the Discord. We have Marcho, Jao, and Jake. So shout out to them. Shout out to these boys, the Zootubers.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Go subscribe to them if you
I
already
just
know.
want to give a shout out to myself. Proud of
Mhm.
I would also like
Me
to
too.
shout out myself.
100%. Me too.
Yeah, I mean, me too, man. Why not?
Hashtag me too.
Self love.
And I'd
Yeah,
like
there
to
you
shout out.
Hashtag
I'd
me
like
too.
to shout out Logan. I noticed his socials were only 6.4 million on Twitter, so I'd like to give him a shout out. I think he needs a follow boost or two. So
I think he might.
yeah,
Follow-
let's
follow
just
for
shout
I
follow.
think
him
Logan's
out.
in the chat. You see the guy at the bottom called Abo without the picture? I think that's him.
Secret alt.
Confirmed.
Old account.
I've got you, Logan.
Okay, sweet boys. Until next time, we'll definitely do one. Maybe I think it'd be good to do another one about a week and a half when Marketplace gets
Maybe
dropped.
after Marketplace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
loads to
Yes,
speak
sir.
Sounds
about.
good to me.
Yeah, until then, I think it's been good, and thank you all guys so much for joining. We had like over 100 concurrent viewers at one point. We now have about 40. So thank you for sticking to us to the end, and yeah, thanks for everyone for listening.
Love your faces, boys.
Love you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Love your boys. Cheers.
Boy.